Hey man, let me hit you with something most men would never dare to say. Women will never surrender their soul to men who try too hard to impress them. They won't hand over their body, their heart, their loyalty, or their mind to the guy who texts endless paragraphs, plans elaborate surprise dates, or says, "Good morning," every day like clockwork. That may earn you a smile. It may even get you a sliver of attention. But if you want a woman to feel your presence long after you leave, to see you in her dreams, to silently obsess over you, even when she's with another man, then you must carry yourself with a masculine presence so commanding that her entire identity feels small in comparison. You don't chase. You don't prove. You don't perform. You exist. Like gravity constant, heavy, centered, unshuckable. Your silence speaks louder than words ever could. And when you embody this energy, women don't just want you, they need you. They'll lie, manipulate, cry, confess, and sometimes even destroy everything they've built just to orbit your presence. Not because you demanded it, but because you became unshuckable. It all begins with a single shift, the shift from seeking to selecting. Most men walk into relationships hoping to be picked. They fix their hair obsessively, overthink their messages, and lose sleep over whether they're good enough for a woman who hasn't earned a damn thing. But the man a woman will surrender to walks in like a king surveying his court. He doesn't ask, "Will she like me?" He asks, "Is she worthy of my energy?" That mindset changes everything. Your attention becomes sacred, your energy scarce. And when a woman senses that you're evaluating her, not with desperation, but with discernment, her world shifts. Suddenly, she starts craving your validation like oxygen. She will bend her behavior, soften her words, adjust her tone, not because you demanded it, but because she feels your value, and she knows she cannot afford to lose it. Women are emotional creatures. Their reality is defined by what they feel, not what they know. When you act like a man uncheckable by their tests, when your tone is steady, your eyes calm, your presence grounded, she feels the force of something greater than herself, something she cannot manipulate. And she will test you. She'll pull away, ignore your messages, flirt with someone else just to see if you crumble. But if you remain indifferent, if your emotions remain steady, she starts to feel powerless. That's when she begins pouring everything she has into earning your attention, not because you begged for her loyalty, but because you embody strength she cannot fake. Most men misunderstand this. They think being uncheckable means being cold, distant, or emotionally unavailable. It doesn't. It means mastering yourself, becoming so grounded that nothing she does, nothing she says, nothing she threatens can shake the peace within you. Women crave leadership, but not in the form of someone bossing them around. They crave a man who leads himself, who doesn't argue when she's irrational, who doesn't beg when she pulls away, who stands still when the storm hits, and walks away if chaos becomes the norm. Women don't fall for logic, they fall for energy. And the rarest energy in a man is calm detachment. When your eyes say, "I want you, but I don't need you," and your presence says, "I'm here, but I could walk away silently," that energy destroys her ego and births her obsession. You become the man whose silence is louder than every love letter she's ever received. You need to stop performing and start existing. Stop chasing, stop proving, stop bending yourself. Women are loyal not to potential, but to power, not dominance, not control, but presence. They crave a man whose voice is measured, whose silence is commanding, whose energy is rare. When you operate from this space, every move feels intentional. Your schedule is sacred. Your voice remains calm while your presence resonates. Women begin to lose sleep over you. They check their phones constantly, wondering why you haven't responded, not because you rejected them, but because your life never revolved around their chaos. This is the paradox that breaks most women. They'll attempt to manipulate you, pull you into their chaos, trigger reactions. But if you remain unbothered, they crumble. Their illusions of control shatter. They realize they cannot mold you. They cannot predict you. They cannot own you. They surrender to your force of character, the calm authority that leaves them powerless, yet captivated. True masculine energy is not about dominance, it's about balance. You still feel, you still care, but your emotions don't dictate your actions. Women sense this. It's primal. Your calm becomes irresistible. You become the anchor, the gravity, the standard they compare all men to. Unpredictability, not chaos, fuels desire. When you can't be easily read, when your responses don't follow patterns of expectation, women become invested. The mystery of a man they cannot predict triggers emotional obsession. Predictability kills desire. Scarcity increases value. If she can always access you, she stops appreciating you. But when you create distance naturally, when your attention is earned and your presence commanding, desire thrives. Women fantasize about the man they cannot fully have. The one who leaves a question mark in their heart. The one who demonstrates calm strength disappears without warning. He becomes her obsession, her what if, the one she cannot forget. She starts bending, softening, adjusting, not because you forced it, but because your energy demands it. You are the prize, not in arrogance, but in unshakable confidence. This is not manipulation. It's transformation. A man who lives like this stops chasing, stops explaining, stops seeking approval. He builds his empire, focuses on his purpose, and maintains his boundaries. Women respond to this energy. They compete for attention. They adapt, they invest, they rise. Those who cannot meet the standard self-eliminate. Those who do reward the presence that challenges yet stabilizes them. Energy, not effort, wins women. Texting, flowers, compliments, none of it can replace the gravitational pull of true masculine presence. A man who leads with discipline, not desperation, who communicates with his actions rather than words, becomes unforgettable. His calm is intoxicating, his silence magnetic, his purpose undeniable. Once you embody this energy, women begin confessing their fears, vulnerabilities, regrets. They reveal parts of themselves they've hidden from everyone else. Your emotional control creates sanctuary, a safe space to be feminine without chaos consuming the connection. Respect, not manipulation, governs their desire. Chasing is desperate. Attracting is detached. Chasing seeks outcome. Attracting flows in abundance. Once you stop deriving worth from her attention and start deriving it from the man you continue to become, everything changes. Your posture, your tone, your presence transform you from another option into the only option. Women respond to clarity, boundaries, and calm authority. Disrespect is met with disappearance. Emotional manipulation meets indifference. Your energy filters them. Only women aligned with your standard remain. The rest self-eliminate. And this creates peace, growth, and focus. Your life becomes your proof. Results speak louder than words. Your silence communicates value. Women sense it instinctively. They respond to your presence, not your words. They want in not because of charm or manipulation, but because your energy signals a man who cannot be swayed, a man whose life is built with or without them. This is masculine mastery. Walking alone is not loneliness, it's sovereignty. Calm, grounded, disciplined, focused energy redefines relationships. Women stop testing, they start respecting. They stop chasing, they start aligning. Once you live like this, you stop chasing, stop explaining, stop bending. You stop tolerating disrespect. You stop seeking validation. You attract women who rise, who respect, who admire. And the ones who cannot vanish. You no longer beg. You no longer over-explain. You simply exist, and that existence commands reverence. Masculine energy is not loud. It's still. It's calm. It's undeniable. Women feel it before they understand it. They surrender emotionally, spiritually, without coercion. You create a container of safety and purpose. Desire flows naturally toward that presence. Effort becomes obsolete. Attraction is automatic. Women desire emotional discipline, not emotional drama.